Offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach. All right, we got to get him settled. It's not easy after you've thrown a pick six. You might want to just run the football, but I think in most cases you want to give him easy throws that he's comfortable with to get him going again. And it's not necessarily just throwing one or 2 yards. What throws does he like to make? Give him a couple of those and get him going.
Definitely looked like one he was comfortable with on the last throw. Looking to throw on second down. Back. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, there's your first ROI, right? Return on investment of their first-round pick. His first NFL sack. I know they want him to be an impact player right out of the gate.
A lot of pressure to put on a young man, but I think you agree he has the ability to deliver on it.
And he just did, probably.
Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Let's go.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. (10-0) the score after 1 on EA Sports. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Jackson now. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins.
Here's Jackson on third and long. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. From 19 yards away. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. To Vecchio to add the PAT. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Get off the field.
To throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. A little bit of tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again. 3rd down here.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Here's Jackson to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Vikings. John Ross. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the route is on here in this 1st half. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the 1st half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Back to throw. Bach. This is Shepard on the catch. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
On the ready.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Come on, QB, come on.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by the defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
All day, defense, all day, all day. Switch it. Deep dribble.
To throw on 2nd down. Bach. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think a guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. And everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Alpha. 25 to Mike. We got 25 to Mike. Hey, watch the silent. 64. Read. Twins. Watch twins. Watch the edge.
On 1st and 10, Bach, and he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
They wound up getting nothing out of that 2nd down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. From the gun, Bach. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down at the 10, and the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he will finally go out of bounds, but not before he takes it down to the 25. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. His throw caught at about the 5. The end result, 21 yards. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the 1st half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. Todd Gurley standing by his lonesome in the backfield here, 2nd and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. From a yard out as his guys continue to pour it on.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Bach escaping the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Bach, he'll take a shot for the end zone. That is caught. Traquan Smith, touchdown Saints. Traquan Smith, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Lutz with the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
From the 29, Jackson. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Now it's Jackson. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 23 yards the pickup there. From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 47. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. Looking to throw on second down. Bach. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The throw over the middle taken in. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now throwing on first down and completing it. And that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. To throw on 2nd down. Bach got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit.
54, Mike, exit. Check.
Operating from the gun. Bach. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
58, the money. They're not ready. They're not ready for this. Y'all playing the wrong football. 58, boys, 58. 58 is Mike. Rabbit.
From just shy of midfield, Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Hey, you.
On first down, Bach. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
I know retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay,
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues. Looking to throw. Bach. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now it's Kamara in the passing game.
Get ready. 60 or. Topper.
First down, New Orleans.
We're going to get it.
Throwing on first down. Bach. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And down to the 28-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
Hey, echo.
On 1st and 10, Bach. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Second and 1. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down.
At 25 the mic. We'll go 25 the mic. I got it. Switch.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Looking to throw on second down. Bach. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Saints on third down. They've hit at 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Bach. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Mike 58 right there. Watch the run.
And now he'll tuck it and run. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
That'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead. Confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. The strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
At the 39-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here I come again.
Again they run with Gurley. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
3rd down and 6.
Mike 58 right there. Watch the screen.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Watch the twist. Kill. Deuce. 81.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25.
38. Saints 13. Giorgio Tavecchio.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it's a 2nd down. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 20. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
And they'll indeed take a knee. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. To the 31, enough for the first down. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
Well, partner, if we had their entire playbook in front of us, I'm not sure we would have picked out that play as the one to run in that situation. How about the guts of the offensive coordinator? Dialing that one up into great success.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done.